Back in the north end, what do we have? Paint on walls. A lot of times when you buy these old historic buildings, you never know what you're getting into when you get them. It's a good thing we have color solution, tonal variation. You may ask, where do we get the color? First, let's see what it can do. No synthetics here. Just pure dyes that we have come up with. Not all paint is going to adhere to the stain because the stain we use doesn't have any type of acrylic in it. And so, but this is aged quite some time now. And because it's aged, it's kind of worn off. I would say if the stain is not sticking, it's because you need to take down a little bit of the paint. And you can use paint thinner to break it down. Sometimes you could use water pressure to take it back. But this kind of brick here, as you can tell, see how it scratches? This, and that was that. Let's see if we can. This kind of brick here is very easy to mark up. And see the orange, you could kind of see back here. Anything that's like that, you do not want to take your pressure washer to. You definitely don't want to sandblast. But if you can get a good color, now see this stuff here is not going to come off there. And it's not going to come up on the edge. But as you can tell from what it was, we look 100 times better. And if somebody was to buy this house, they probably wouldn't even notice. What else does it work on? What if somebody comes in and uses a different kind of brick to fix a repair job and they didn't match the color of the mortar, nor did they match the brick? Can we make a difference on something like this? Well, these oranges obviously are a little bit too orange, so we're going to darken those up. And already you can see that the color of the orange is going away. And we don't want no orange color sticking out on this. As you can see, oops, a little bit of stain there, which we're going to do the joints after, and we're going to have to hit this color of the joints. And you got some of that mixed up, don't you, Kenny?
I believe I do.
Okay. So, first we'll get the bricks. Just around this kind of where this guy didn't clean his brick, so we're going to come on the edge here. Now when this dries, it's a little bit transparent right now, but when it dries, it won't be transparent. It'll actually it'll show the film true color, which is basically this color of the brick. So it'll lighten with the brick, and it'll also darken with it when it gets wet, which is why I like it. And the best thing about staining is you're not going to clog the pores, whereas paint traps in moisture, and obviously you get your freeze-thaw cycle going, and it's going to end up clogging the pores in the end. And it's going to cause your brick to powderize and crumble over there. With stain, we're allowing the brick to still breathe and be brick. Any kind of masonry to continue to breathe. So you're not trapping anything in. The other thing is it looks so natural. I mean, look at these little hairline cracks, if you can get in there. You can tell how it just goes right into the pores and absorbs right in to give it that true color of the brick. It's not going to interrupt as far as paint. Now paint would clog this, it would go over it, plus you got paint that would go over the actual brick joint, and it would make it look just totally like, well, paint, I guess. And what we're trying to do is make this look like it was originally here with the rest of the house. Now if you take a kind of a wider step back, you'll be able to see, kind of scan the house a little, you'll be able to see what we're trying to match. And so we have, this is going on really nice. Kenny wet the wall for us so we can get true blue, which is what we need on this. So a little bit more. Okay. So we got a little bit more up here. And the good thing about stain also is it goes into the pores, which what we're mixing with the stain, it's not going to be able to wash off, and it immediately dries. That's what I like about it. Whereas paint, you never really know if you're going to do a match. Well, you're not going to want to paint this anyway. And so I could keep going, but we're not going to. This, when it's wet, is going to look like this when it's dry. And so that's what we're looking for. Oh, we got one more that we missed, and I'm sure you all saw that. So just to kind of move a little faster and move into the joints, we're going to push pause.
There you go.
You sure this is the right color? Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and, it's a little light. Once you hit pause. A couple of colors in here, black, red, and of course your buff, which is going to dry with a bit of all three colors. Now,
hey, you guys need a bathroom, remember? Some beer at the end of this project.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
Action. So, we're just going to kind of feather these three colors that we added together. And obviously, if you look over here, this is the natural color we're trying to make. This is this, so we need a little bit of red in there. Would you agree? Of course you would. And so that's what we get right here. And we get some red. As long as you got the you could see the colors in the wall. And this is a little bit more black. There we go. Now we're getting there. See, once you get all the colors mixed that you could see, it'll have a good fade. Now, of course, we're not going to do the whole thing right now on this film, because we want to just kind of give the basics of how easy something like this is. It's very easy for us because we've been doing it for quite a while. A little bit more black. But we don't have to worry about the brick too much getting dirty. Number one, because we have the color of the brick to go around it. So let's just kind of wipe this off a little bit. Maybe a little bit more touch up with the actual brick. Wow, I can't even hardly see where we were. It's starting to look so much like the regular house. And that's the problem we usually have, is we send someone to look at our work, but they can't see where we worked. And that's kind of like what we try. That's our, like, I guess you can call it our homework. Anyways, you got to bring the owner outside with you in order to verify that you are actually on his house. So there you have it. In just a few minutes, you can kind of tell already from what it used to look to what it looks like now. And then the area over here that was painted, let's go look at that. Where was it? Can you find it? Just go scout around. Tell me when you see it. You see it? Go slow. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's right here. See, we got the running paint there. Remember the paint edged? So, if you have to look for it, I'd say you did pretty good. Another lesson from Clean Sweep.